Good afternoon, and my name is Toni Torp, and I come from Tampere University of Applied Sciences, and I have my background in mobile technologies. I used to be a Symbian developer a little bit over a decade ago, and my last Symbian row of code was something like 2 years ago, around the time that Qt was introduced for Symbian platform. And Johan just told you about course material, education material for Qt development in general. Like, very good course material. I really recommend you to use it. I have used it this semester the first time in my Qt course, and that's very visual, very good, very nice, and good exercises and labs. And we also have some material for mobile application development with Qt. So I'm going to tell you about this project, that we have material available and why we have done this material with Forum Nokia. The reason is obvious. We have millions of smartphones shipping, and Qt will be the way to develop native applications, services on both Symbian and Maemo platforms. So that will be a huge area of applications that you can just use your Qt code, build it for Symbian, build it for Maemo, and distribute your application on mobile markets like Ovi Store. So, Qt on these Nokia mobile platforms we have. These are the latest devices on Maemo platform, and also now this Symbian N8 is shipping. And Qt is supported by, you can just install Qt libraries also to older smartphones from Nokia N95 onwards. You can use Qt libraries there. And also this Maemo and Maego. Currently we have this first Maemo device, Nokia N900, which Qt applications can be run. So I have been teaching in my university in Tampere. I've been teaching mobile, and I'm responsible for mobile software development courses there. And we used to use Symbian application programming, and of course Maemo. It used to be GTK plus Hilton applications, and now the last 2 years we have introduced Qt there. And what is to learn Qt on mobile platforms? Of course, it's Qt itself, and that's where we have lots of good material available, and there is material that covers almost all the essentials that we can see in Qt development. And exactly the same code runs on Symbian and Maemo devices, Maego devices. That will be the native way of developing applications. But now, why do we need this Qt for mobile learning material and also these special issues? Of course, when you have your Qt code, you have to know about the platform, smartphone platforms like Symbian and Maemo. And there are issues like what is handset UI, how to design applications for mobile phones. The same code, of course, you can build, like you make a desktop application, you can build it for Symbian, but of course you have to think about usability, how to design mobile applications. And there are certain things in the platform that you have to take into account, including application signing, for example, in Symbian area. Currently Maemo doesn't have this kind of thing. Installation process, how to make installation packages, platform security, tools, build systems, the same code, the different build tools, different platforms. So now we have this Qt training material and handset Qt for mobile material available, so we can mix these materials to make the Qt for mobile programming education material. So what do we have available currently? There is a beta of this material package available, and it includes trainer's guide, which actually describes a kind of a reference course, how to utilize the material, how to start teaching Qt using the general Qt material, and then how to cover mobile topics in between. There are in total 5 modules on top of this general Qt material: exercise book, some hands-on exercises, building applications on Symbian, Maemo, and so on, and exercise solutions, and some example applications. The modules we currently have there, or this 5th module is coming with some special topics, but there is introduction to Qt for mobile. The special issues you have to take into account when developing and building Qt applications for mobile. Then a lecture topic covering Qt for Symbian, this platform security signing, building system, and Symbian UI, how to develop for N8, for example. And then Qt for Maemo, that's another platform, Linux platform, running this Maemo middleware and on Qt libraries on top of that, what it means to develop on that platform. One module about mobility APIs, how to use sensors, location, contacts, organizer, calendar, camera, and those APIs, they are presented in this 4th module. And currently the beta version doesn't have this 5th module, which is about some example applications utilizing animation framework, touch UI. What else is there? Some more technology topics like shared memory and example applications on Qt, on Symbian and Maemo. Where you can find the material currently? So you can log in and go to Forum Nokia webpage. Actually, it doesn't need a login. You open the library from there, up there, and then you will find it, Qt for mobile, application development for education beta. And the licensing is like in the common Qt material. You can use it freely for non-commercial use. You can modify it. There are PowerPoints. There are these Word documents that you can modify freely, so it's a good starting point. Of course, we know that every university, every professor, every teacher uses the material and develops the courses in his or her own way. So there is this handbook giving an example of reference material, but you can freely modify your course, take advantage of general Qt material together with this Qt for mobile material. So just briefly I show you what it contains currently. So it just covers it describes the contents of the module and how would you, if you want to develop and have a course for mobile systems programming by using Qt. So it gives you instructions, just go and take the general Qt course material, and this material you can download from forum.nokia.com. And this is an example reference timing about how to utilize the material, starting from this general Qt material, the ideas behind Qt and so on, and then introducing mobile platforms and going through the Qt topics here. This is kind of a draft still, this version here, but it has Qt for Symbian, Qt for Maemo, networking, mobility. So the target of this course is, reference course, is that the students, they can develop their services, applications on both Maemo and Symbian. They can make cross-mobile applications, and here we have all the topics that are needed for that learning. And maybe assignment depending on the course. And yeah. Okay. Any questions about this?
Anyone? Yeah.
I'm Knut here, wondering what the feedback is from the users of the documentation, because you obviously have some users. What do they say and how does it work?
You mean this course material?
Yes.
Okay, it's still very new because we just launched the first beta in the summer. So now the semester and courses are coming, like the first courses are going on, so no feedback yet. I don't know if Jarmo has any.
Okay, we have around 5,000 downloads as well, so it's a very good figure. And we have got a couple of comments related on the context, so that they are looking forward as well some new advanced modules there. So I guess that, for example, this examples to be more advanced is needed and questions related on that. But mostly seems that they are get started and trying to apply. We know one course in India from the August time where it was used, and there was comments for the very good material package, and they were very glad that it's as well containing this Qt Essentials part, so no need. The only question was that why they are separate. Yes.
Anyone else? Yep.
How many hours a week do you plan for this course?
I'm actually running 4 times 45 minutes and like one semester. Yeah, it's about 14 weeks course. So 4 credit points, ECTS points. And they are actually, I give the lectures, and the last month they start developing and planning their mobile applications is the first week. And then we have these Qt topics, and then we start developing this application. And they can optionally publish in the Ovi store, and so they do everything from scratch and implement an application. So 4 hours a week, including the practical hands-on and lectures.
And do the students already have C++ knowledge in advance of this course?
Yeah, good question. Students typically they have had the basics of C++. They know the structural programming with C++, plus the basics of object-oriented programming. The prerequisite is classes, inheritance, virtual methods, and basics of object-oriented programming also needed. Any others? Questions?
I have a question. The project assignments that you do in your course, where do you get how do you decide on what type of projects? Are they external or internal? Or?
Both. Yeah, we have some projects from companies that they want a group of students to implement some kind of prototype or of application, proof of concept type of thing. That's one option to make the assignment, and also they can make their own ideas. They just make their requirements by themselves, and they do the user experience design and start from that. Games typically, or some other business applications. It varies. Yeah, yeah. The clock and calculator we do actually in the training also. BMI calculator and some trip cost calculator, but it's an applied calculator. Yeah.
No, looks like all set. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.